Ridgefield Community Pool 2020 COVID-19 Guidelines for Pool Patrons and Staff. Please listen to the entire slideshow presentation. We go over all the new guidelines that will be put in place at the pool this summer. We also are reminding you about old rules and guidelines that we have at the pool that are very important for this year. We are open starting Friday, July 3rd, 2020. The facts. The COVID-19 virus will be killed in chlorinated pool water that is at a 2.0 parts per million. New Jersey municipal pools usually run at a 2.0 parts per million for chlorine. New Jersey has standards that pools must be tested for bacteria and viruses once a week. This was a standard that has been put in place for many years. Ridgefield Pool uses Garden State Lab for our testing needs. They have been coming weekly to our pool during operating months for the past 10 plus years. New Jersey Pool Guidelines. The guidelines put in place by Governor Murphy are protocols we were already putting in place when we found out about the COVID-19 virus. The following will discuss the new normal for the 2020 pool season. Keep in mind that since COVID-19 is a fluid situation, it is ever changing. We may be able to lessen some of the restrictions as the summer moves on. On the flip side, we may have to tighten some restrictions. There are no promises either way. It is our plan for you to have a safe, healthy, and fun summer. Some things will be different, but most things will remain the same. Any questions about the guidelines, you can always call the pool at 201-941-2320, or you can email us at richfieldcommunitypool@gmail.com. Staff guidelines for patrons to know. We feel that it is important that you understand the guidelines that we are taking to make sure that our staff is safe. The staff will have their temperature taken before work each day. Any staff member with a fever of 100.4 or higher will be sent home. Staff that has visible symptoms of illness will be sent home. Staff will be required to wear a mask when in common areas and when dealing with the public. Staff will be required to wash or sanitize their hands before and after shifts. Lifeguards do not need to wear masks while on chair. Lifeguards will wash their hands or sanitize their hands before and after their chair shifts. Lifeguard chairs will be sanitized before each guard takes the chair. Ridgefield Pool Registration. Registration will be online at first. We are not doing in-person registration until Monday, June 29, 2020, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We can register you over the phone starting from the dates below. If you are having any trouble registering online, please call us and one of our staff members can help you register from over the phone. One thing that is very important is that you do not create a new account. Please use your account from last year. If you forgot your password, please contact the registration office and we can help reset it for you. Registration will be live online for residents only on Wednesday, June 17, 2020 at 8 a.m. This is open to all residents of Ridgefield. Registration will be live online for our returning friendly neighbors. This is for our members who live in Cliffside Park, Edgewater, Weehawken, Fort Lee, and Fairview, and if you were a member in the past. This will happen on Tuesday, June 30th, 2020 at 8 a.m. Unfortunately, this will also only be if available. If we max out on registration with just our residents, we will not open up for our returning friendly neighbors. If we have availability, we are going to open it up to our past members first, and then we will take new friendly neighbor registrations after July 3rd. Registration will be live for returning non-residents on Friday, July 3rd, 2020 at 8 a.m. And also, this is based on availability. If we went through our residents and our returning friendly neighbors, then we will not be taking any non-resident memberships. We will open it to past members first and then take new members, if available, after July 10th. So new non-residents will be available to register after July 10th if it is available. If you have any questions, please contact the pool office. Registration procedures. Please make sure that you have your 2019, 2018, or 2017 badge or key fob. Once payment is made, that badge or key fob becomes active again. Please never throw out your badge or key fob. If someone in your family does not have a badge, you need to inform us at the time of registration. There is a $15 fee for a new badge. We will not be waiving any lost badge fees. Every member will need a badge to enter the pool. If a pool badge is forgotten, we will charge the $10 fee for a forgotten badge, and your entrance to the pool will be delayed due to our new entrance protocols. Registration procedure continued. When you come in person to register, you must wear a mask. You must adhere to the 6 feet socially distanced markings. You must bring your own pen if you need to fill anything out. Returning members will not have to fill out a registration form. Please use hand sanitizer before entering the office. If you are coming in person, you will receive a hard copy of the new waiver for all pool patrons to sign. If you register online, you will have access to read it online. If you want a copy, you can request one via email or come down to get a copy. We will still take check and cash. However, we do prefer payment by credit card to limit items that are touched. If you pay cash, it must be exact. We will not be making any change this year whatsoever. Here are our rates for our resident pool members. Our early rate is going to be from June 18th to July 2nd, and the regular rate will be from July 3rd to September 7th. These are our rates for our friendly neighbor and non-resident. Friendly neighbors can start beginning to register June 30th, and new members can begin registering July 3rd. Non-residents will be able to register July 3rd if you were a past member, and new members beginning July 10th. Once again, both these rates are based on availability. Ridgefield Pool programs and additional fee policies. The Bergen 6 Swim League will not be holding dual meets this year. With the meet guidelines, we are not able to host pools together and follow the socially distanced guidelines. With that being said, the swim team may have a virtual season and a training season. We know the importance of the team and do not want to let the kids miss out on exercise. More information will be released on that as we get closer to the July 3rd date. The counties, the NJPMA Championship, will be canceled this year. Swim lessons. We will not be able to have swim lessons like we did in the past. There will be no private lessons. Swim lesson guidelines do not make sense for our pool for this year. We will, however, be offering the following lessons. By offering the following lessons, we will be able to follow the socially distanced guidelines put in place by Governor Murphy. The 2 lessons that we will be having are the ducklings. This is for children 6 months to 3 years. For this lesson, children must be in the water with an adult that is 16 years of age or older. The Nemo group, for children 4 years to 6 years. This is for children who are ready to swim, but still must be in the water with an adult that is 16 years of age or older. We will only permit the swimmer and the adult that will go in the water. Nobody will be allowed in the gates and be allowed to sit on the deck. Please keep in mind that if you are coming into our facility for this swim lesson, you must be in the water. There will be various sessions and days that you can sign up. Movie nights and moonlight swims. Due to the guidelines, we are canceling our Tuesday night movie nights and our Friday night moonlight swims until further notice. Due to the social distance guidelines, we cannot offer these events at this time. Chair space rental. Due to the COVID-19 guidelines, we cannot have storage of chairs in the chair room or in the women's locker room. The chair room is not big enough for the socially distanced guidelines, and the women's locker room area will be closed off. If you have a medical condition or are unable to carry your chair back and forth from your car, please see pool management for our alternate solution. Ridgefield Pool Guest Policy. Guest Policy. We will only be allowing 25 guests total per day. Once we hit the 25 guests, we will not allow any more guests for that day. Our guest policy will remain the same, except we will have the right to refuse a guest if we have reached our capacity for the day, 25 total guests. We are capping the guests to 2 per day per person. Guests that you bring in must be part of the governor's socially distanced rules. This must be someone that you have regular contact. We are using the honor system that you are adhering to the governor's orders. You must still be a member 16 years of age or older to bring in a guest. You can use previously purchased guest cards as long as it is your name on the card and you are the 2020 pool member. We will still allow the babysitter grandparent form to be used. This form is for children under 16 to bring in a babysitter or grandparent that is approved by the legal guardian or parent. Forms must be filled out by the legal guardian or parent before the day the guest will use the card. Guests on this form will only be allowed to come in with the members. The guest will not be permitted to bring in any guests of their own. When you have a guest, you, the member, must come with the guest to the front desk. Our front desk may be at a new location to limit people's interactions inside the building. There will be signs as to the new location. The front desk person will check your membership and card. We will need the full names, front and last, and phone number of you and the guest. If band is removed, you may not re-enter the pool. Your guest will be given a band that will be placed on their wrist. We ask that you and your guest use hand sanitizer before and after the transaction. Masks must be worn by all people age 2 and older at the front desk. All guests who are 3 and older will be charged for the day. By charged, we mean that they will get 1 hole punch per day per person 3 and over. Children who are 2 and under will be given a special band. The child or the parent can wear this band. Children who are 2 and under do not have access to the main pool. People who are abusing this rule will be asked to leave the pool without a refund for the day. A member's guest privilege will be revoked. Please do not bring in children who are 3 and older and say they are under 2. Guests who break any of our rules will be asked to leave the pool without a refund for the day, and a member's guest privilege will be revoked. Pool COVID-19 policies. Every person who enters the gate and building must adhere to the new COVID rules and policies that are put in place by Governor Murphy and his team. These rules are put in place for the safety of our staff and for your safety. Anyone who does not follow the new and old rules will be asked to leave. Entering the pool. Patrons must adhere to the previous and new COVID-19 rules and guidelines of the pool. Please read the signs and know the new rules as well as the previous rules. Patrons will not have their temperature taken upon entry. However, if you have a fever of 100.4 or higher, you should not come to the pool. You are advised to not come to the pool until symptoms are gone for 3 days. If you feel ill with any of the following: headache, vomiting, diarrhea, coughing, sneezing due to illness, itchy eyes due to illness, body aches, temperature of 100.4 or higher, and overall ickiness. Any patrons showing any visible signs of illness will be asked to leave the pool for the day. Mask policy as per Governor Murphy. You do not need to wear a mask when you are in the water. You do not need to wear a mask when you are sitting in your socially distanced box. You must wear a mask if you wish to walk around the pool, use the bathroom, or congregate in common areas. If you wish to wear a mask in the pool, there are many waterproof masks that are available for purchase online. A day at the pool. 7 days a week, Sunday to Saturday, the daily hours will be 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Hours could be limited and put into blocks when capacity is reached as per Governor Murphy's regulations and guidelines. So this means on very hot days or days where we reach capacity, we could shut the pool earlier and then open it for a next session. Patrons will know in advance. Lap swimming, one person per lane at a time for 30 minutes. Patrons will be permitted to swim longer if nobody else is waiting for the lane. You will be permitted to sit on the deck of the Olympic pool or top pool during these hours. These hours will be daily from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. A day at the pool. All patrons that want to come to the pool must have a badge or key fob to enter. If you forgot your badge, there will be a $10 fee for a forgotten wristband. Your entry into the pool will be delayed because you must see a manager or a desk attendant to check you in for the day. We are really trying to limit the members that forget their badges. Please help us out by making sure that everyone in your family has their badge when they are coming to the pool. As per the guidelines, everyone must be signed into the pool for each day that they attend. We have upped the age of an individual that can come to the pool, join the pool as an individual, from 10 years of age to 14 years of age. Members must be 14 by September 7th, 2020. We will no longer be accepting patrons that are 10, 11, 12, or 13 to come to the pool unaccompanied. And you must be 14 by September 7th, 2020 in order to join the pool as an individual. All children under the age of 14 must be accompanied by an adult who is at least 16 years of age. As a reminder, a 14 and 15-year-old pool member cannot bring in guests. The only guests that they will be permitted to bring in are their parents/legal guardians and siblings that are 16 and older. Parents or legal guardians must fill out a babysitter form beforehand. There will be marked off areas on the grass that you can put your chairs and belongings. These areas will be approximately 10 by 10 with 6 feet away from other parties. Patrons must stay in the boxed off area when outside the water. Inside the water, you must use your best judgment to practice social distance from other patrons. The lifeguards and management will not be directing people to social distance, since we do not know who is with your party. If you are having a problem with a person who is coming too close and you are uncomfortable, please get a manager. Do not speak or go up to the lifeguard chairs. Patrons must wear foot coverings when they are walking around the pool, using the bathroom, or walking inside the building, as per Governor Murphy. There will be hand sanitizing stations around the pool and inside the building. Patrons are encouraged to wash or sanitize their hands as often as possible. It is recommended that patrons sanitize their hands upon entering the pool facility and when leaving the facility. Ridgefield pool restrictions due to Governor Murphy's guidelines and restrictions. Life vests. We will not be renting life vests this year. If you want to wear a vest, you must bring your own. However, please note that life vests are prohibited due to Governor Murphy's guidelines. This is because life vests can be shared from one person to another. We will allow life vests as long as they are being worn by the person you intended it to be worn by, or you keep it inside your sitting area of the pool. Closed off areas. The slide will be closed. Nobody will be permitted to use the slide, hang on the slide, climb on the slide, or go up by the slide. Swimming will be permitted around the slide area. The diving boards and diving board section of the pool will be closed off entirely. There will be no snack bar. You are permitted to bring your own food and eat outside the pool in the picnic area. You are responsible for sanitizing the picnic tables. The showers and locker room section of the bathrooms will be closed off. Nobody will be permitted to use the changing section, the locker rooms, or showers in the facility. The chair room will be closed. Please see management if you need an alternate plan. The women's room chair space is closed off. Nobody will be permitted to leave chairs in the women's room. Please see management if you need an alternate plan. Prohibited items. The following will not be allowed in the pool. Some are due to the COVID-19 guidelines, and some have always been prohibited from the Ridgefield pool. These are no snorkels, no kickboards, no noodles, no rafts, no toys, no balls, no pool toys or items that can be shared with others. Keep in mind that goggles are not permitted due to the guidelines. However, we will allow goggles as long as they are worn. Any goggles found on the side of the pool, on the guard chair, or deck will be thrown out immediately. Life vests are not permitted due to guidelines. However, we will allow it to be worn or be by your sitting area. Do not leave life vests on the deck. New restrictions and rules about shade. Due to Governor Murphy's guidelines, we will not have the tents or the gazebos at the pool. We will be allowing the following at the pool. Please take a look at the pictures that we have underneath each description. Pop-up tents, chairs with coverings, and individual pop-up tents. Management reserves the right to not allow certain shade accommodations. Please also note that any of these items cannot be put into our grounds, meaning they must just be laying on top of the ground. Restrictions about the shade. You cannot use umbrellas with pointed ends. Shade has to be attached to the chair or be able to sit on the ground. Nothing can be anchored to the ground at all. We have pipes in the ground and can't risk them being punctured. We also can't risk the umbrellas flying away. Umbrellas with points are a hazard and will not be permitted. And we cannot have anything that attaches to the fence. Please see below for the items that are not permitted. If you have any questions, please see management. Lost and found. We will not operate a lost and found this summer. Items that are found at the end of the night will be thrown out. Goggles, towels, shoes, flip-flops, trinkets, etc. Items of value will be tagged and bagged and left in the pool office for 48 hours. After 48 hours, it will be turned over to the Ridgefield Police Station. Items of value include prescription glasses, phones, tablets, wallets, credit cards, car keys, computers, watch, jewelry, etc. Please try to help by making sure that you have all your personal items that you brought to the pool before leaving the pool. Ridgefield Pool Rules to Review. Ridgefield Pool Rules to Review. Children must be 3 and potty trained to use the main pool. Patrons must be 16 years of age to use the Olympic pool or the top pool. Children must be accompanied by an adult 16 or older for the kiddie pool. Children must be 6 or younger to use the kiddie pool. Children must wear disposable swim diapers to be in the kiddie pool. Please do not change babies on the deck or on the grass. A padding or towel must be used. No eating or drinking at all inside the pool gates, only water, or babies with their bottles. No smoking. We are a smoke-free facility. No running. Walk, please. No towels or any other items hanging on the fence. Final message. We are asking for support and cooperation during this new normal. We are all in this together. We are going to need everyone's help to ensure the safety of both patrons and staff. We want everyone to have a fun summer at the pool, even though we have some guidelines and rules to follow from Governor Murphy. Please show our staff patience and consideration during this difficult time. We are doing our best. We are looking forward to a fun, but most importantly, a safe summer 2020. We thank you in advance for your support and cooperation. Thank you, and let the summer of 2020 begin.